tell you. Tell you about it in a minute. Welcome back. Full house today. Well, if you love a good salty and sweet combo, the dessert we're making today will be right up your dessert alley. Audience, give it up for Stephanie Hansen, everybody, the host of Taste Buds on Fox Local, Roku, Fire TV. How you doing?
I'm good. Do you have like brownie feelings?
Do I have brownie feelings?
Yes.
Well, we had this debate in our pre-show meeting.
Oh.
And this was the debate. Are you ready?
Yep.
And I want the audience to weigh in too. Pie. Now you can only pick one.
Okay.
Pie, cake, brownie. Okay, who's for cake? Clap. Okay? Who's for pie? Brownie.
Well, as a cookbook writer,
You liars!
As a cookbook writer, that is very informative.
Yeah.
Because
I love this group.
Yeah, I kind of have a brownie thing, but I do love pie too, so that was kind of a hard pick. Cake, pie. Cake, like store-bought cake.
I'm not talking store-bought cake.
Well,
I'm talking like my coconut cake.
Oh, your coconut cake is good, even though mine's better.
Yours is not better. Yours?
I won the competition, let us not forget.
Yours has raspberries, and that is against the law. Anyway, okay, but we're doing brownies today. Now this looks interesting. What is this?
Well, so this is a toffee pretzel brownie. And there is a brownie in town that I've tried to recreate for a couple years at a place called Surdyk's, because it's super dense.
Yeah.
And I feel like I have finally gotten there with that brownie, and I have sort of a copycat recipe on my site.
Is it fun for you? Because that's basically all TikTok is nowadays.
Yes.
Is it fun for you to try to dissect and make a copycat?
Yes,
okay.
it is. It is really fun. And that brownie is like super dense and fudgy, but it has the crackly, cakey top.
Okay.
And then I made a gluten-free brownie, which is actually not that hard. I have a great recipe. It has a lot of bourbon in it, so it's delicious. You know, as one does.
May I start eating while you're talking?
Yeah. So then I took that whole idea of this super fudgy brownie and I thought, let's amp it up with salty pretzel, crunchy pretzel, and toffee, and that's what we did here. And it's thick. So it's it's real good, but notice I cut it into like smaller pieces because it is just super dense with chocolate. It's got the hit of salt from the pretzel, the crunchy from the pretzel, because you put a layer of pretzel on the bottom, and then you also put a layer of pretzel on the top. And that's like a guide for cutting. So you're like having like kind of a 1-inch by 1-inch little square on your 4th of July platter. They're good, aren't they?
Girl. That is inhuman. That is real good.
I wonder like...
What? It is that mix. I taste everything you just described. There's a little bit of salt. I would even say there could be a little more salt.
Yeah, for sure.
But other than that, that's a mild critique. That is top 20 Stephanie Hansen. That's top 20.
I like it.
Why am I bothering?
Like
Go ahead.
the toffee bits on the top, just kind of throw it over the top. So in there you have bittersweet chocolate, you've got semi-sweet chocolate chips, and then you've got a 1/4 cup of actual cocoa powder too. And it's all made in one bowl, so it's easy, looks fancy. I just thought for like 4th of July, I'm all about the pies and everything, but I'm suffering from rhubarbitis because my beautiful rhubarb plant that I was telling you about.
It's about time. Again, I always like to pull back the curtain for you guys. I know I always like to pull back the curtain. There's an inside joke with this one. Whenever the producers come to me and they're like, hey, Jason, Hansen's going to be on this week. She's going to do blah, blah, blah. And my joke always is
it rhubarb?
Is it rhubarb? Because that's all. You have done so many great recipes with rhubarb. You shove rhubarb into everything.
I love rhubarb, but
I'm not confident there's not rhubarb in this thing.
No, my huge patch that I've been like waiting for that 4th of July rhubarb custard pie was ruined by a hailstorm. I harvested 2 stalks the whole season. I mean, It's been really sad.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sorry.
I know,
Yeah.
and it's kind of funny. Everyone who knows me is like, oh God, is she gonna be okay?
Yeah. You would think Ellie got caught in a mudslide, for
I know.
heaven's sake.
Even my daughter said she was.
The recipe is going to be on Stephanie's website, Stephanie's Dish. We're going to come back, and when we do, we're going to let you borrow Stephanie. I know you have cooking questions. She has cooking answers. Ask Stephanie when we return. Back in a moment. Stephanie, I'm not joking. This is so good.
It's kind of easy, but
Welcome back. Oh, head to our Instagram in a little bit to see what kind of fun we had during that commercial break. Anyway, from summer meals to cooking for crowds, we turn to one person to answer all of our food and dining questions. It's time again for Audience Ask Stephanie. That's right. Okay. Where's Julie? Julie, right? Hi, get up for Julie, everybody. Hi, Julie.
Hello. Hi,
Julie, what's your question for Stephanie?
Hi, Stephanie. What is your go-to meal when you're doing your van life living?
Oh, good question, Julie. So my husband and I have a Class C Winnebago Paseo van. We've driven all over the United States in it. Our go-to meal is probably fettuccine pasta, which seems weird in a van that you're just traveling around with cream and butter and cheese in your refrigerator, but that's what we do. You can make it in a skillet in the van because we have a little 2-burner, but you could also make it outside of the van. And that's like my go-to meal for most things because you can zhuzh it up with protein. If you don't have any protein, you can use red pepper or zucchini, Cajun spice, garlic powder. Like, it's just an easy dish.
Hansen, have you ever thought about just wieners? I mean, my goodness. Have you thought about just throwing a damn hot dog on the grill? I mean,
I don't really do camping wieners very good.
Okay. Where's I make sea bass. Where's Sheila? Give it up for Sheila, everybody. Come over here, sweetie. Sheila, what's your question for Hansen?
Hi, Stephanie.
Hi, Sheila.
I'm wondering if you can recommend a drink for a pre-wedding party at the lake that will impress the future in-laws.
Oh!
Okay, so I have to just clarify a question here. Are they big drinkers, or are they, you don't know, or are they a little more sophisticated?
I think they're controlled drinkers.
Controlled drinkers, Steph.
Which usually means big drinkers behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Okay, my new patio favorite porch drink that's kind of weird is you take that Simply juice, like a jug of pineapple, dunk out a third and make ice cubes with it, okay? Then what's left, you put in cream of Coco Lopez, and then you put a cup and a half of Bacardi rum, and then you shake it. And so you can take it on a boat, you can take it outside, but you can make it fancier by having like a wedge of pineapple, a little bit of mint. You could even make it a little lighter by adding a little bit of soda water just to give it a little bubbly lift. But it's kind of a pina colada-y feel, but it's also one you can bring to like a public park or wherever you're going and just...
Okay, now Steph, okay. Leo, take camera 7. If the DNR is watching, or the Park Service Board, what Stephanie says we do not endorse. I'm just saying, yeah.
Can I say one more too?
No, you're gonna get us fired.
Because the bootlegger is the Minnesota cocktail. You could do the same thing with a jug of lemonade, puree the mint, the vodka, same kind of thing. You're walking with your jug.
Yeah. Where's Amy? Where's Amy? Amy. Oh, stand up, Amy. There we go.
Hi, Stephanie.
Amy, love, what's your question for Stephanie?
My question is, what is the easiest recipe you have that kids will like, picky kids?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, good question.
Easiest recipe, picky kids. Okay, easiest recipe, picky kids. My kid wasn't picky, but my little nieces, my sister that can't cook, her children are horribly picky. I would say...
It's time again for Stephanie Calls Out Her Family, everyone.
I I had to call my sister and warn her.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, I know, I'm a terrible cook. I'm like, well, now everybody else knows too. Barbecued ribs or pulled pork? Now, the barbecue ribs have a little more steps, but they're basically just on a grill for 3.5 hours. But pulled pork in a crock pot, I have lots of crock pot recipes on my website because, you know, Crocktober, high holiday for me. But I would say pulled pork.
Pulled
and
pork?
You can use it in a bowl. You can make it in a burrito. You can have it on a sandwich. Like, there's a lot of uses for pulled pork. And kids like things that they can do on their own with multiple fixings. Also, the walking taco I did on Jason's show a couple years ago in the bag. And last but not least, crock pot sloppy Joe.
Hey, or Amy, a beef stick is a good. You'll get that reference when you see our Instagram. Anyway, give it up for Stephanie Hansen, everybody. When we come back, don't forget to watch Taste Buds on Fox Local. That QR code right there will take you right to the show. When we come back, USA Today verifies what I have been worried about with the human race when we return. Back in a moment.